Stand by.
Anybody?
Stand by B. Roll B. Here we go. Stand by 1. And cure.
In national news today, we're learning more about that violent string of tornadoes that ripped through southeast Kansas this weekend. I'm sorry, that's the southeast. The storm system is being blamed for at least 12 deaths and dozens of injuries. Hundreds more have been pushed from their homes. The most severe damage was in Yazoo City, Mississippi. Jay Gray is there and brings us the very latest.
I'm in a tornado right now.
The earliest pictures from the scene show the intensity.
Clear on skipper.
And now, 2 days later, we're learning more about the magnitude of the storm that ripped through Yazoo City. The National Weather Service has classified the tornado as a severe EF4 with winds of 170 miles an hour.
Keep getting bigger, wider,
As big as one that was on.
Experts believe the twister was nearly 2 miles wide, more than 3 times the size of a typical tornado.
So there's a tremendous amount of devastation here. Lots and lots of homes as well as some businesses.
Including the Hillcrest Baptist Church. Dale Thrasher was inside when the storm hit. Initially, he rushed to the kitchen for shelter. It says something pushed him to the chapel and under the communion table instead.
If you look in the center of the church where that table and I were, everything else was destroyed and moved around except for me and that.
As the focus now shifts to the cleanup gear, most are finding very little left of their lives before the storm.
Everybody pitching in and helping and neighbors and friends to come together.
Clear on skipper.
I got named Benny.
Here we go. 5.
Still, in the rubble, they are uncovering a spirit of survival. One piece at a time.
Suspect arrested, ready and feed.
Jay Gray, NBC News, Yazoo City, Mississippi.
And Q.
An armed man arrested Sunday at a North Carolina airport where President Obama had just departed will be in an Asheville courtroom this morning. These still photos show police questioning arresting 23-year-old Joseph McVeigh. Police saw McVeigh getting out of the car parked at the Asheville Regional Airport just after the airport now departed. Police say he had a gun, and the car was equipped with sirens, flashing lights, and other police gear. Although McVeigh does not work in law enforcement, McVeigh has been charged with going armed in terror of the public. He told police he wanted to see the president. Police say McVeigh was listening to a handheld scanner and radio. Formulas for rifle scopes were found on a note in his cup holder. McVeigh is from Ohio. You could say it's a thrifty kind of deal for Hertz. Hertz Global Holdings has agreed to buy a rival $1.50 automotive group for just over $1 billion in cash and stock. Hertz is the world's largest car rental company. The company says the deal will give it an additional 1,550 locations, bringing its total to 9,800. Dollar Thrifty will become a wholly owned unit of Hertz when the deal closes. Now turning back to state weather, Philip Mitchell is here with our first report.
Oh, crap.
Yes, good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. We do have quite a few clouds across the 4 states. Also, a slight chance of some shower activity. Some folks may be already seeing some showers off towards the west. I'll tell you more about it after the break. Right now, let's look at the current conditions at the Joplin Regional Airport. We've got them for you. 57 degrees, and it feels like 57. 64% for our relative humidity. Stay tuned.
Did my break? Yeah, on that monitor shot, try to go tighter on that. A lot of times I only got maybe a fraction of a second to even look up. 5. Stand B. Girl B.
And now, from the KSNF Live First Alert Doppler Storm Center, welcome with Philip Mitchell.
And Q.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to your hometown news at noon on what's turned out to be a little bit of a chilly and also very cloudy Monday, April the 26th across the 4 states. Let's take a look at those current temperatures. Right now, we've got the current temperature map for you. 57 degrees right now in Joplin. Also in Parsons, 55 degrees in Nevada, Pittsburgh, and Shooter. A little bit warmer on the southern end of our viewing area. 61 degrees right now in Grove, 57 also down in Bentonville. I'll look at some of the future temperatures. We're going to see things warming up a little bit this afternoon, but not too much. Really low 60s for an afternoon high across our entire viewing area. Now, if you watch real closely, you're probably even going to see some upper 30s. I think it was positive for 39 degrees by 6 a.m. tomorrow in Bentonville. So another very cool evening in the 4 states. As a matter of fact, we're looking at as much as 5 to 6 to 7 degrees cooler than it was last night. As we move into tomorrow, though, we'll see things start to warm up. In fact, as we get into the later part of the week, a warm-up will be part of the story. I'll get to that in just a second. Here's a look at the radar satellite composite. You're starting to see the clouds on the decrease at the beginning of this loop, and then they increase drastically as we head closer towards the present time. Also, a little bit of shower activity, especially in southeast Kansas, northeast Oklahoma. The Freeman First Alert Doppler radar can give us a little bit better view of that. There you go. You can see some of that activity towards the end of this loop, most of which is near the Oklahoma and Kansas border over there, kind of on the western side of our viewing area at this point. As we head into later today, those chances are going to continue. As a matter of fact, we will have a chance of isolated showers. Here's a look at the surface map as far as your future weather is concerned. Cold front going to be moving through a little bit later this evening, and then by the time Wednesday rolls around, we're actually going to see these isobars getting very, very close together, along with some high pressure moving into the 4 states, which means warmer weather. That also means some very breezy conditions. Here's what you're going to expect for tonight. As a matter of fact, mostly cloudy skies. Still a very, very slight chance of an isolated shower or two. Most likely chance for that going to be on the eastern side of our viewing area. Maybe just a few sprinkles even at that. Upper 30s and low 40s for an overnight low. And then for tomorrow, the warm-up begins a little bit warmer in the southeast Kansas than it will be this afternoon, 66 degrees. Decreasing clouds as well, which means we're going to see more sunshine than we have today across pretty much the entire viewing area. Partly sunny also in northeast Oklahoma, as well as southwest Missouri and northwest Arkansas. 63 degrees, so very similar temperatures on some of the eastern and central counties in the viewing area as today. Here's a look at the forecast by Wednesday, 76 degrees. Very sunny conditions. Also quite breezy. We could see some wind gusts upwards of 25 to 30 miles per hour on Wednesday and then into Thursday. Low 80s. And then check this out as we head into Friday. We're looking at 75 degrees. Also, still some shower activity for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But even though it may be a little wet to bring in the first few days of May, the good news is we're still going to continue with the warmer conditions out there in low 60s for an overnight low as opposed to the daytime highs, which is what we have today.
Well, that sounds good to me.
The best we can do at this point. There you go.
All right, well, coming up, a famous rock star is fighting for his life after a major brain bleed. We'll bring you the story.
But first, a look at how a toxic habit can continue to pollute even when it's not in use. How about that next?
And break should be up.